Hi, hello everybody. Welcome to another session of non-academic core skills that you have to develop, and a very critical aspect in especially in the initial stages, in the first year. We will discuss how to choose a medical book today to buy. So, which book to buy for the first BDS? Very important one. Congratulations on selecting this course. Glad that you have reported and joined. Is that over? Is the orientation over by the college? Hope the college has opened and the classes have started or planned to be started. Did you find the syllabus or curriculum provided to you? If not, visit your university library. Online, most of the syllabus and curriculum are online, or you can approach the Dental Council of India's website to get the syllabus or the curriculum. And once you are ready, approach the hostel stay, made the travel arrangements, etc. The next interesting part is to buy books. So how does this start? Because books is a magical thing that can teach you a lot, especially in medical courses, medical and dental courses. You would have seen in all movies and all medias that the bulky textbooks, especially your doctors, Almira, you'll find thick books. So wondering that as a student, especially 10th or 11th, 12th students, how thick the book is. Do doctors read all the books? So how do they choose? Choosing till this, to my best of my knowledge, there is no single guide or criteria for choosing a good book. But believe me, when you find a good book, there is always a magic in it. And what to do? Wait, take a deep breath, don't panic. You will have a list provided by your staffs, by your university or by your dental schools. And in the initial high, you will be always eager to study for various reasons. Also, there will be an enticement to buy immediately. The book publishers, the book shop owners will put a stall, give massive discounts. There will be a convincing by the entire system to buy more books. So before choosing what to buy, the fundamentals first. Decide what type of learner you are, right? You may be a visual learner, you may be a oral learner, you may be a verbal learner, you may be a kinesthetic or physical learner, you may be a logical learner, social learner, or a solitary learner. Look out for my video on this topic in detail. So you need to know what type of learning are you. If not, if you don't have access to my video, go to the internet, search to identify what type of learner you are. Either you're a visual learner, oral learner, verbal learner, because this type of understanding your learning will help you to judge which book suits you better. So this is the first thing you need to know. Self introspection. What type of a learner? You may be a combination of a couple of things, but identify which is the most eligible thing you can associate you with. Then always there is a debate whether to buy a standard textbook or a reference book. What are these? Standard books are small or moderate sized books with one or a couple of authors with a focus more on exams, clearing your university exams. And usually these books have a very short life, meaning they are frequently updated, probably 1 or 2 years. They are less costlier, but they do not cover the entire syllabus. They are made up with a mind or focus on passing the exams. Usually with a new syllabus, these kind of problem-based learnings and case-based learnings will be absent in the standard textbooks. On the other hand, reference books are very bulky, usually by multiple international authors from various countries, which will have a in-detail analysis and stress more on teaching the concept. For your MCQs in your PG curriculum, if you prepare from first years, reference book is the best guide. But again, you have a 4-year wait period. So what will happen is there will be subsequent edition. They may be very costly. So how to balance? You be focused whether you're going to have a standard book or a reference book, because smart work and hard work are two different things. To know the difference, see our channel to have this aspect more. So now how to balance? From exam point of view, standard books will serve the purpose for knowledge, for intelligence, for preparation for your next stage of career, reference books are the only way out. So this life is for 1 year. This as an student, I would will buy a standard book, get a reference book from the library, note the points, add up to my notes or to my standard books, so that at the end of the year, I have a complete book that has the approach of a standard book, but all the contents of the reference book. So this aspect is very critical. You need to know what to buy, standard book or reference book, so that you need to have your goals clear, whether it is short term or a long term. If finance and situation allows, you can go for both. The next challenge is print with ebook. Being the Gen X or being born after 2000, this is a big challenge. The ebook, you can learn more material faster because it provides you with visual memory. It enriches the educations, eliminates the need for space for carrying. It is less bulky, easy to carry. And usually these ebooks are costing less than your print books. Helps to improve your student achievement at student level. Additional technological features for hyperlinks, video, audios, everything can be seen in the ebook features. And the knowledge is often updated fast, almost instantaneous, by if the author is smart enough. There is a lot of flexibility with ebook, ease of handling, etc., etc. The traditional print books, the print book supporters say that ebooks have a range of health books, whereas print books do not have any such health problems. The initial cost of ebook is high, that is the tablet or your laptop, everything is high. And while reading ebooks, a lot of advertisements do prop in, so many distractions, easy to access your YouTube, easy to access your mails, your Facebook, social media. So there will be many distractions inbuilt into the reading the ebook. And people who read print text comprehend more, remember more, learn more than who read digital text. Then issues with bandwidth, the internet speed, battery backup, the need for downloading, keeping virus free, frequent breakdowns, memory card issues or virus infections, and your tablets are easily stolen or broken. So this challenge is always there. Whatever is your choice, take an intelligent decision and an informed decisions. You cannot read for hours together in ebook as you do in print book. Highlighting all things is possible in both the books in nowadays, not the older versions of e-versions. Now, how to choose? The criteria for choosing a book is look at the content, 6 domains: content, learning and teaching, what the book contributes, structure and organization, the language, layout, and the author's role. What does content mean? Means whether the content or the text matter is an alignment with your curriculum's aims and objective as dictated by your council, medical or dental councils, and how far this content is effective in meeting the curriculum requirements. Next is the accuracy and relevancy of data, whether they are updated or gone. How do you look at that? Because you can check at the year edition. More the nearer or more the latest, more the better. Then you have the clarity and development of concepts, logically how the content is being developed. Next, the balance of depth and breadth, whether a single topic is given at a depth, sufficient depth and breadth for understanding as well as from exam point of view, whether it is appropriate level of difficulty, whether it is a UG textbook or a PG textbook, whether language is simple, easy, or ease of understanding. There is no point in having a very complex book at your desk if you are not reading. So choose a book that suits your level of reading. That is why I said in the early, understand what type of a learner you are. Then you look at the number of authors. If there are more number of authors, there are multiple perspectives. That is an added advantage. You get a 360-degree view of the subject. Next, whether there is inclusion of suggested references to facilitate more deeper learning. And more importantly, look at the fact whether there is clinical correlation always added in the textbook, because that is what is essentially the concerns of your entire reading or learning in the first BDS. So clinical correlation is a must. Next, once you get this, You assess from your point of view as well as teacher point of view. Grade marks, keep all the things, degree of alignment to your country standards or syllabus standards, the quality of explanation, accuracy, relevancy, frequency of update, clinical relevation. Put marks approximately in the same yardstick and keep it as such. The next is learning and teaching. Whether the book will help you to develop more skill, will update you, imbibes or put some positive values and encourages you and put a positive attitude in you, and facilitate integration or practice or application of new knowledge that you gain, and stimulate or motivate you to learn more. Look for these facts. Then look whether the instructions provided are very clear and you understand it. There is no point in having a book that you don't understand. Structure and organization of the book, whether it is logical, the flow is smooth without any hitchbacks, it is linear in approach, not non-linear. Whether there is optimum use of table of contents, titles, headings, whether it is properly delineated, and whether there are summaries, key points, diagrams, most importantly, and students' guide to facilitate more learning. Then put a mark for all these. Keep it as for learning and teaching criteria, as well as structure and organization, logical flow, pictures, everything give a mark and keep it as such. Next, how is the feel of language while reading the book? The most of the books, you will have a chapter or a free version or a couple of pages online for reading. Take that and read and see whether the quality of text and the level of difficulty is easy or suits you for independent reading and understanding. Whether there is coherence of our subject flow, and there is provision of our support for understanding and using subject-specific vocabularies and expression, like meanings and glossary at the start or at the end of the book. A good book will definitely have that. Next, once you have this, based on language, put a mark, keep it as. Based on author characteristics like experience of the authors, how far the author is good, the organization to which the author belongs, look at the NIR of rankings or the rankings, to which organization does the author belong to and its reputation. Put all together this mark and keep it as such. Now see the layout, whether the layout is logical or whether the flow reading is smooth without any, raunchy distractions or bright colors. There is a consistent layout, the font size with appropriate use of space margin for ease of reading. Whether there are a lot of illustrations that facilitate students learning and promote visual memory, whether the print size suits your eye, the type of font is appropriate for your reading, and whether the book has ease of handling, whether the paper quality is sufficient, color is sufficient, the binding is long lasting, or you need to do it very often. Check all these factors. Once that is done, again, compare that with the reading and memory part. The book may be easy to read, but tough to retain. So you have to balance between reading and memory and put a chart and keep. Now put all the titles together. You have your opinion, have your staffs and students or your seniors or your colleagues' opinion, balance it. Put all things together, compare and see which book suits you better. Because learn or hear the following recommendation before you take a decision based on this chart that you make. The single most criteria I would say personally is the content and the connect, how you connect with the book. What to do? The choice is always yours. Just because a book is recommended by the faculty, the institution, friends, peers, or parent, it does not make it the best for you. Don't go with a recommended book list indiscriminately. Put your heart and soul. Each book costs a lot to you or to your parents. So just don't go with a recommended book. Choose what book suits you. It is worthwhile to postpone the buying by 1 or 2 weeks at least. Get the feel. Choose one that suits your learning style, suits your level of understanding and ease of reading. You can see a video of ours on the learning style later. The recommendation that I would say, first ask yourself, do I need this book? Do a SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunities, threat analysis. If you need that, the book will help you and make a better person, will help you to become more good, more efficient, then buy the book. Never buy a book on friends' recommendation only, because you do not have uniform reading habits and learning habits. They differ between individuals and we as teachers cannot estimate your reading or learning habits. It's your own personal comfort level. So choose a book that suits your reading habit, your learning habit. Always scrutinize a book before buying it. Use a ebook or a library, even buy a used book to get the feel for even costly books. Say 8,000, 10,000 books are there. If you're going to planning to buy, get a used ebooks that are freely available with your seniors or with the darknet, or I don't recommend a plagiarized version, but you can borrow a book for a couple of days that self-extracts, or approach your university library or dental college library, or buy even a used book to get the feel before you invest in a book. Spend a little time, 2 to 3 weeks with it before you can be sure it is going to be of any help, before you make the decision to buy. Don't trust the covers or recommendation or book reviews. They are always biased and promoted by industries. Your experience matters, not others, because the book is for you, not for others. Read the preface that will help you to understand the book and connect with the author before you buy. Perhaps preface is the least read content of the book, but it matters a lot. Look at the contents page and compare with the curriculum, whether it matches or not. That is single most important criteria. Sample the opinion of your classmates and colleagues, relatives, acquaintances in other years or in the same curriculum, or talk to your mentors freely. Help is not going to come to you unless you ask. Once you buy the book, after all this process, cherish it, learn from it, use it properly. Read, takes note. I would suggest see my video on notes taking. Once shortlisted, you can proceed to buy books. Search for the best discount, either online or offline. Bargain. You will get a good discount if you repeatedly ask. Collective negotiation. A couple of students or friends join together to order a couple more sets of book. You can have a collective bargain. Ebooks, the choice depends. And thanks for a patient listening. Stay connected with this channel. Happy learning.